Well, here's one that's been around for a while, but it hasn't featured in any videos until now. And this is a 1955 James 150cc Cadet, model J15 apparently. Apparently this version was supposedly only made in 1955. It could be quite an interesting bike to us, family-wise, because there could be a connection actually to my wife's late Uncle Wyn. Uncle Wyn, I remember him, I met him. He was married to my mother-in-law's sister, and this bike, my late father-in-law actually put me onto it, and he told me of a guy that lived in the neighbouring village of Llangadog, who was called or known as Henry John. He did a lot of spanner work for local people on their cars, tractors, motorbikes and whatever. I never actually met him. Well, apparently when he passed away, his widow had this motorbike that she wanted to dispose of, and this was it. So I went round with my father-in-law and had a look and bought the thing and brought it home in pieces, and it's still incomplete, obviously. I passed it on to my son actually, and I'm hoping that he might sort of pick up the project again fairly soon, but bit by bit we have been accumulating a few bits and pieces for it and making progress. But I remember the story because, like I say, I knew Uncle Wyn, and he obviously came here a few times and was well aware of my interest in motorbikes. And he said to me one day, he said he'd never really bothered much with motorbikes, but he did have a little James 150 years ago, and what a bloody horrible thing it was, always breaking down. He didn't have anything too kind to say about it, unfortunately, but the interesting bit is he said in the end he got so fed up with it he gave it to Henry John to try and sort out. And I just wonder, him saying that, is this Uncle Wyn's old bike that we're looking at here? And if so, he would have been, I suppose, my kid's great uncle, I guess, by marriage at least. So there's a vague family connection, possibly, that if Uncle Wyn owned this bike, well, here it is. And like I say, the circumstantial evidence, the fact that I bought it from Henry John's widow and Uncle Wyn took it to Henry John to try and see if he could fix it. I'm pretty sure that there aren't too many of these James 150cc Cadets knocking about, and it's very likely the machine that Uncle Wyn used to despise by the sound of it. But anyway, hopefully there's a future for it here, and it was already painted in those colours when I bought it actually. Someone had obviously had a go at starting to restore it. Obviously bits and pieces must have been lost, because everything you see there is all we had of it when we got it back. A few little bits and pieces to find, but nice to sort of have it here and hopefully bit by bit get it complete. And what a nice backstory to it as well, if indeed it was Uncle Wyn's old James.